Hey guys, welcome back. So it is currently a beautiful Tuesday evening. I got home from work and it's actually kind of chilly for me. I had shorts and a t-shirt on and I went inside and changed. I'm going to go in the garden and just try to get a few things done. The weather is perfect for being outside and working in the garden. It's not raining. It's been raining the past few days, and so I want to try to get some things done. I still have quite a bit of plants that haven't been planted yet, and that's really bad. They're looking really sad, actually, and so I really need to get them in the ground. And with all of this rain we've been having, they'll grow really well. And I've noticed a lot of my plants, they seem to thrive with this rain. So I'm hoping to maybe do some weeding, trimming. I have a few flowers that have just taken over and are kind of covering all the new flowers that are coming up. So I've been trimming some of them back. So I need to do that and do some weeding maybe and just kind of go through the garden and take a look, because like I said, it's been raining, so I've just done like a quick walk through and just taken a look, but I haven't like really done some good work in there. So hopefully I could get a few things done tonight, and I thought I would take you along. Got a cucumber, so cute. First one. I have quite a few little baby ones. Pretty calendula. Last bit of roses. I need to go through, trim them, and spray them all down. So I put this cage so nothing digs, but it looks like something's been digging around because some of my, what is it over here? Radish is missing. See the little babies? And then the rest of them are missing. But my beets are looking wonderful. There's a few that are ready to harvest, but I'm not ready to use them, so I'll harvest them when I'm ready to use them. Looking great. Got my little carrots. Some more beets coming up. These carrots are looking great. This is a random plant that started growing here. It looks like maybe a butternut squash or something of that sort that I need to, I was going to pull it out, but we'll see. I think I'll just let it keep going. Some couple of tomatoes, cabbage. Getting some holes in the leaf, so I need to go through and check for worms or bugs. Hopefully they're not laying eggs. See this? He's not welcome here. He is not welcome here. No, sir, not today. And I've been having a few aphids on the tomatoes. So aphids, I don't know if this camera will focus. That is an aphid. And I just, might be gross. Sometimes I wear gloves, sometimes I don't. But I just go through and just squish it right off. I did go through and prune these the other day, so they seem to be doing pretty good so far. I'll probably go in and cut off or snap off some of these bottom leaves because they don't need to be here, and it'll just give more energy to the rest of the plant. My garlic is looking great. I need to harvest this probably next month. And I see I have some garlic scapes that I can probably harvest. I'm not sure why it's looking so yellow this year. Like it's almost like it dried out, but I've been watering it. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I do have some garlic scapes that I can harvest. Here's some of these other tomato plants that I have in the raised bed. I did also go through and prune these. So if you don't know what suckers are in a tomato plant, so they usually, so for example, here's a leaf, and right in between where this V is, sorry, I don't know if you can see, there's this little thing growing. Sometimes they can get pretty big if you miss them, and you just go through and just snap it right off. And again, that'll encourage more energy to go into the rest of the plant, because what happens is it'll get really bushy, and it kind of just, prevents diseases because it gives it more airflow. You don't have as many leaves and extra shoots growing, and you get like healthier and bigger fruits or produce or whatever you want to call it. Got a little baby tomato right here. So cute. I have some basil I planted in between that also helps. See, I have something digging in here and I don't like it. But also deters some pests. So I have, this is some dark opal purple basil. And I just need to go through and just pull out some of these weeds. I planted a jalapeno here. We'll see how that does. These are marigolds I actually planted from seed, and look how big and beautiful they're looking. They're starting to flower, and I'm so excited. This is actually borage, I believe. Let me see. Yes, this is borage. And this also is good to plant with or next to tomatoes and certain other plants. And again, it helps deter pests. Here's some other examples I'll show you of pruning. They're called suckers. So here's the V of the plant. And just go through and just snap it right off. Here's a big one actually that I missed. So if you see, this is almost the top of the plant, and this is a big one right here that I missed. So I'm just going to snap this right off. And you can, if you want more plants, you can take this piece and just stick it right into the ground or in a small cup with some soil, and it'll actually root and you'll get a whole nother plant. But I think I have plenty of plants, so I don't really need to do that. And then here's a couple little ones I'm just going to go through and clean up. Got some baby tomatoes. And this is also a marigold that I planted in between the tomato plants to help deter some of the pests and get some pretty flowers. So I'm just going to take a few minutes, go through and make sure I didn't miss any of the suckers, pruning off the suckers, and then maybe go through and quickly weed some of the extra grass that's been growing. So this garden, sorry, the fountain is behind me, is a bit of a mess. We put this tarp down so the grass won't keep growing. I have some cardboard down with some mulch compost, and I'm just going to go through these tomatoes and also prune them and just take a look and make sure there are no aphids on them. Come in and check on the girls. Hello. Hi, girls. Hi. Are you getting ready for bed? Hi, sweet girls. Oh, hello. Do you want to say hi to the camera? They're getting so big. So they kind of sounded like birds in the beginning, and now when you pick them up, they squawk like chickens, especially Sophie, this one right over here. She's the biggest one, and when you pick her up, she sounds like a chicken. Oh, hello. And so they are really smart. They go to bed by themselves now. So we have an automatic door, and it closes after it gets dark. And they go in there themselves now, and we don't have to put them inside of there, right? They were so smart. Huh? Pretty girls. Hello. Come here, Ruby. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Joe's going to sleep soon. And they'll go in there even when it's still light out. I can be working in the garden making noise, and I thought for sure they'd be out here, you know, being nosy. Sometimes they'll line up and just watch what you're doing. But they are so good. They will go right in there. As soon as they know it's getting evening, they'll go right into their coop with no issues. So I'm really proud of them. I don't know if you can see because it's getting dark and my battery died and I switched out like 5 of them. They're all charging, but here are some of the beautiful, oh, they smell good, flowers that I cut off. So they're really pretty, but they're just taking over like all of my other flowers. So I needed to cut them down to give room for the other flowers to get some sunlight. So I'm just going to try to arrange these in a vase and enjoy them inside. Oh, it smells so good. It's getting pretty dark and windy, so I hope the sound isn't too off. But I've been having to keep turning my camera on and off because my batteries keep dying. I have them charging like right here next to me. But it is what it is, so I'm going to try to get a few more things done, hopefully if it doesn't rain. I also have some garlic scapes I'll show you a little bit later, probably when I go inside. I have my lovely helper here, and he is going to, so I've been really tempted or really wanting to pull out one of my garlic plants and see how well the garlic is bulbing up. It's definitely too early to pull them all up, but I just want to see, because you can't tell, they're all underground. So he's gonna record it. Sorry, it's dark. I have my lights on. You can tell. So pretty. But we'll do it together. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to do this corner one just because I want to plant something on this trellis and this garlic's in the way. And my neighbor's outside calling her dogs. Well, it's not my neighbor. I think maybe someone's dog sitting. Ready?
Cool.
Oh, it's a little one. I thought it'd be bigger. It's a little one. So, I'm going to use this in a meal tomorrow or something. But I just wanted to see. Okay, that's all.
Cut.
So I am back inside. I have my beautiful flowers here, and they are pretty long. So what I think I'm going to do is just cut them off. I usually will go through one by one, rip off the leaves and like inspect them, but there's just so many. I'm just going to do a rough chop on the bottom. I have this vase filled with water. It's like a bigger opening, and just put them in there and enjoy them while I have them. They're so pretty. I love pink. Let's see, I'm just going to take them. I have my flower cutting scissors, and let's just start chopping away. Could have totally gotten like a cutting board and just used a knife, but it's okay. Okay, move this mess over. Ta-da! They're so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the dining table. And in my basket here, I actually pulled out another garlic. They smell so good. And they're not that big. Last year my garlic was a lot bigger, so they obviously still have some time to grow. And I think what I might do, I have to look this up first before I do it so I'm not wasting it, but I think I might go through and fertilize them. I don't know if it's too late, but we'll see. If anything, I'll use that Spoma garden fertilizer that I have. Is that what it's called? And just sprinkle that in and kind of scratch it into the soil and see if that'll help bulk them up a little bit, bulb them up, I don't know what it's called. But I will just use these, chop these up for cooking probably tomorrow or the day after. But they smell so good. And then in here I have some of the garlic down. In here I have some of the garlic scapes that I cut off. And I'm just going to cut these up. I did this last year. I think I actually have some in the freezer. They smell so good. I'm going to chop them up and I just put them in the freezer and throw them into like soups or dishes, and it kind of gives it this nice like garlicky flavor. You can, if you're trying to get seeds. So what happens is, I think this is a good example. If you let this keep going, there's kind of like a bulb that forms, and if you let it get big, it'll provide seeds, like little garlic seeds. And then what you do is take those seeds, plant them like you would be planting garlic, and then you pull them up and you get like a little garlic clove. And then you take that little garlic clove and then next year plant it, and then that's when you get your head of garlic. So it's a little bit of a process, but that's one way you can preserve or harvest your own seeds. I usually will leave like 1 or 2 of these. That's plenty. It'll give you plenty of seeds. But I like to usually plant mine from garlic cloves and not the seeds, because the seeds take 2 years where the cloves just take 1 year. But yeah, I'm just going to wash these probably tonight or tomorrow. Chop them up, put them in the freezer. You can, some people do like garlic pesto with these. It's also really good. I haven't tried it, but I've heard people talking about it and they say it's delicious. So we'll see. I might just freeze it. That's the easiest thing, and then I'll just throw it into meals. But I hope you guys enjoyed spending the evening with me in the garden, and I will see you on my next video.